Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. I'm here with John to go through everything Celtic, and the main thing, obviously, is the massive preview of the game tonight. The last game, LASK coming to Celtic Park, Austrian champions. It's going to be a tough one. We're going to go through everything. We're going to break it all down, but let's say hello to John first. How are you, John?
All right, Sander. How are you?
Aye, all good, all good. Looking forward to the game tonight. To be honest with you, it's Celtic playing some nice football just now, isn't they? I know it's against lower opposition in the Scottish League. Kairat Almaty United. LASK will prove to be a tougher opponent for us as well. Let's hope not, John, but I think they will be, because I've looked at some of their stats and we'll go through that a wee bit later on. We'll go through that in the preview. But first of all, the competition for this week, I got it right, and we would never sell a club for £1. Got it right. So that's both of us on 3 points. The predictor, John, I've not been through the predictor yet. I will go through that for the weekend when we're back on at the weekend. No game this weekend, of course. The game's been cancelled for the Champions League qualifier, so we get a full week's rest between both games. Get your guess in for this midweek game competition, Celtic versus LASK. Correct score competition. Get your guess into the comments. If you want to join the league table, just drop us a wee note in the comments and I'll add you to the league table. But get all the regulars, get your guesses in for the last game tonight. Good luck with that, everybody. Right, John, before we get into the last game and any wee bits of news surrounding Celtic, I wanted to have a wee quick word on the cup draw the other day, the League Cup draw. We go to Ibrox. I think we've got 2,500 tickets or something like that, so they've reduced the allocation already. But I wanted to have a wee word on the draw itself, John. Now, listen to these stats, right? Now, I know we've had a laugh and a joke, and I put a couple of laughable videos on regarding Rangers getting 12 home draws in a row. Going away back to nearly 2 years now, they've had every cup game at home, whether it's the Scottish Cup or the League Cup, both cups, every draw has been at home, right up until the last 12, John. Now, I know we said the odds of that happening are 4,048 to 1. For any team to get drawn at home 12 times in a row, John. But there's a serious point to this. And I know I'm rabbiting on a wee bit here. I'll let you come in a wee second, John. Get receipts, John. Get receipts as regards to these 12 games in a row at Ibrox. You know, you've got to bear in mind, if these games are away, Rangers wouldn't be getting this money. So I've added it up, John. And this is on average, the gate receipts for Ibrox. Every home game is £1.6 million. For every cup game at home, Rangers would receive, and the away team could receive some money as well. Now, obviously, that times 12 is £19.2 million. Rangers Football Club have benefited, John, from a rigged draw. Let's be honest, it's rigged. 12 home ties in a row, and they've gained £19.2 million in income, John. That's from merchandise, TV money, food, ticket money. That all adds up to £19.2 million, John. What's your thoughts on that, John? Because I just think it's a scam and it's an absolute farce.
I don't know. It's either extremely good luck or it's a rigged draw. It's one of the two. Make up your mind. But I listen to that. It's unbelievable. We were talking about that on a podcast last year. How many home games in a row they'd had. Can't remember how many it was we were talking about at the time, but we're even talking about it back then. And now, obviously, a year on or whatever, you're talking 12 home games in a row. Like I says, it can only either be really good luck or a rigged draw. Take your pick. I mean, everybody's talking about it now. I mean, everybody that's a Celtic fan is talking about this. How have they managed to get 12 home games in a row? It's, I can only say it again, make up your mind. It's really good luck or a rigged draw. I know what I think it is, but I'll keep my opinions to myself.
Well, it's a rigged draw, Sean. I'm not keeping my opinions to myself. It's an absolute farce. It's a scam. There's something going on there with the draw. It's unbelievable. They hold the record. We spoke about it last week, them holding the record for 14 home ties in a row. And that was also Rangers that got that. So unbelievable. And then you look at the money, nearly £20 million in income with home cup ties alone. It's absolutely disgusting, John. You know, Celtic could be doing with that money. We could be doing with that extra £20 million over the last 2 years, John. It's not one. I mean, what baffles me is not one away tie, not one. It just, and the odds as well, John. I said the odds a couple of minutes ago, 4,038, something like that, roughly around just over the 4,000 to 1 mark. You know, if you'd have put that bet on a couple of years ago, to put a tenner on it, you'd be fairly well off.
Certainly would. But, I mean, you notice something as well. It's always a blue nose making these draws.
Yeah, it was Halliday, Hutton, and I think there was another one. You're right, John. It's all Rangers, ex-Rangers players that are doing these draws. And John, it's baffling. I can't get my head around that. And I can guarantee you, the next draw that's made, when they're in it, that is because I don't think they'll be in the next round, to be honest with you. But the Scottish Cup draw, when that's made, they'll get drawn at home again, John. It's like an absolute guarantee. Anyway, John, I got it off my chest, John. Have you anything else?
Well, I was just going. It can't just be purely down to luck. There's got to be something in that. There's got to be. I've never heard of the likes of that in any country in the world. An outsider looking in at that, thinking, why is it they keep getting drawn at home constantly? There's something doesn't add up with it. There's definitely something doesn't add up. We talked about it before. Is it a weighted ball? I mean, it might sound like paranoia, but again, like I says, it might just be complete luck. It might be genuine. You don't know. Do you think it is? I certainly don't. I don't think so anyway. I wouldn't have imagined so. You've got to have extremely good luck to get that kind of success rate at home in the cup. And as we know with them, they're not very good in the league, so I maybe see if we can get them a cup.
Yeah, of course, they're struggling. They're struggling financially. You've got to remember, and that £20 million will certainly help keep the lights on, let's put it that way. Anyway, John, we'll move it on. We've got a big game tonight, a massive game. But we'll go through the wee snippets and news and stuff that's surrounding the club just now before we go into the big preview. And get your guesses in, everybody. And by the way, while you're putting your guess in for the correct score, let me know if you think it's rigged or if you think it's just pot luck for the Rangers to getting 12 home draws in a row, because that'd be quite interesting to hear what everybody thinks, or to read what everybody thinks on that.
Sefco, you mean?
Yeah, Sefco. They're Rangers. I know. I'm calling them by their old name. I know.
Do you know their fans going about Celtic being a new club? Have you ever seen that in comments? Yeah. They keep going on about Celtic became a new club in 1994.
Yeah.
We call them Sefco, they call us Pacific Shelf, and they go on and on about it, by the way. They think there's truth behind it. Any Rangers fan listening, print in the comments all your evidence of Celtic being liquidated. Send me your evidence.
Yeah, there's no evidence because it didn't happen. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
Exactly. It's never happened. Celtic were moments away from being bankrupt. Aye. And were saved. They certainly weren't administrated or liquidated like Sefco. It's a completely different thing. What is it these people are on? They're sniffing their man's underwear again, something like that. Blue
Here's a question for you, right, John? Everybody sort of remembers where they were when we were up, when just before Fergus came in to save the club, and we were going to go bankrupt. I remember where I was that very moment. It broke in the news that Fergus had came in and saved the club. He paid off the debt, and the club was saved away back in I can't remember what year, 94 or something like that, 93.
It was 94 it was, aye.
Yeah, I was in the wee man's pub drowning my sorrows because I feared the worst at the time, and I was all young at the time, but I was in the wee man's pub down the Barrister having a pint when the news broke on the TV that Fergus had came in. Do you remember where you were?
No, but I remember the barman at the wee man's catch me stealing a bottle of beer.
Oh dear. This is going down a rocky road, isn't it?
I was only young as well. I think I was about 18 or something at the time.
All right, I think I'm going to say 3.
Yeah, no, I was 18. Just daft young boy, you know what I mean? I'd already had a few pints, me and my mate, and I was in the lounge, and I remember it. I'm not a criminal, by the way, anybody listening. I was only a daft young boy, drunk. And I just remember sitting in the lounge with my mate. It was only me and him in it, and everybody was in the bar area. And there was no barman in the lounge. And I thought it would be clever and sneak round the side of the door of the bar and grab a couple of bottles of beer. But he must have seen me, and there must have been a mirror there or something. And he came out through it.
Yeah. The wee orange was a good wee pub, actually. It's pulled down now and it's now moved further down the street. Other pubs are available, by the way. Anybody wants to go down the Gallowgate into the bars.
The wee man's was a correct wee pub, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Good wee pint of an evening in there many a time. Right, John. Let's move it on then. Let's move it on. £20 million free of charge, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, SFA. Arnie Engels, John, your man, he's away. He's off ski. He's away to West Ham United in a fee round about £22 million plus add-ons. Don't know what the add-ons are, but he's away anyway. We just wish Arnie Engels all the best of luck, and thank you very much for delivering a couple of extra trophies for us.
Aye, all right. After honestly, just watching him, his West Ham interview and all that stuff, they're for the money, nothing else. I mean, who wants to go down there and play against Burnley or whatever? Was it Burnley they drew with the other night? Something like I can't remember, but some diddy team anyway. Going down there and drawing with crap like that. Where's your ambition? Like I says about Maeda, he's never going to win anything. I'm saying the same about Arnie Engels. What's he going to win down there playing in the Championship? It's all about money, Xander. It's just pure money. So no, I don't wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was playing decent football. I heard Matt O'Neill say on his press conference yesterday that he didn't want to play in the game. So that's not great to hear that. You're a professional football player. Celtic are still paying your wages. You should be out there playing. It's as simple as that, because you didn't want to get injured before the big move to West Ham. But it's £22 million in the bank, I suppose. Let's just hope the board spends a wee bit more on some more quality players.
Honestly, I think that's a great price for Engels. I just didn't know. Many times have I said it on here since he joined that I don't rate the guy. He had a good few games at the end of the season and started the season pretty well, half decent, nothing spectacular, never has been anything spectacular. So good riddance, and thanks for the 22 million. That's all I'm saying.
All right, fair enough, John, fair enough. That's him, he's off ski anyway. And talking about off ski, Rio Hatate, 3 offers have come in for him. He's rejected all 3. He wants to play for a club in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Good luck with that, Rio, because you're not even getting a game for Celtic. But where do you stand on that, John? Rio Hatate, I think he's going to be here by the time the transfer window closes.
It's looking that way. No, I would wish Rio all the best. Mark O'Neill clearly doesn't fancy him at Celtic, and me personally, what I've seen in the last year and a half from Rio, I don't fancy him either. But we know he is a top quality player. He's got it in him to be a top quality player, should I say. But he's just not shown that over the last year and a half. So getting a chance with a club in the top 5 leagues in the world, there's more chance of that happening to me, to be honest with you.
Okay. You never know, Sean, you never know. But no, he'll still be there, I think. He's looking for the big move to finish his career. But we need him just now anyway, John. With Arnie Engels leaving, we've not got any other midfielders brought into the club. Since Arnie Engels has left, that is. So we've not brought anybody in to replace him. So we need Rio Hatate at the club. Obviously, Bowers came in, but he's not the same type of midfielder as Arnie Engels. So we'll wait and see what happens in the next few days in this transfer window, John, because we do need a couple of extra midfielders.
We definitely do, 100%. We need midfielders in there. somebody that can control the midfield. Another Callum McGregor, basically. Arnie Engels is certainly not the same type of player as Bauer. Bauer's a football player. Arnie Engels wasn't he? I just don't get him at all. I really don't. At 22 million quid, I just don't get that price. I just don't think he's worth anywhere near that. Couple of million maybe. So that type of player.
Yeah, well, we heard Martin O'Neill's press conference yesterday going on about his running strength. So it was all about the running power that Arnie Engels had. But I didn't even see that, to be honest with you.
Well, anybody can run. You want to run up and down the pitch for 90 minutes and no do anything. There's a lot of players who'll take your money, take their money for that. And me personally, I never seen anything from Arnie Engels. Apart from the last few games he played, many times have I said it on this podcast, what is it he actually does? I'll still say that. What is it he actually does? I don't get it.
Yeah, well, he's away anyway, and that's the main thing. We've got the money in the bank, which is good, £22 million in the bank. And by the way, going rants, didn't I? Shermitty, if somebody put in a bid of £22 million for Shermitty, they need their heads tested, to be honest with you. There's no way there was a £22 million bid put in for him. Playing for a team that finished third in the SPL. There's a wee bit of lies getting told there, I think. And by the way, the Glasgow Derby, the next round of the League Cup, that is on Sunday, the 13th of September, and a 12 o'clock kick-off for anybody that doesn't know that already. Right, moving on. Celtic are still looking at this Blackburn goalkeeper, Balaz Toth, don't know how to pronounce his name quite yet, because I've not heard him speaking. So it's Balaz Toth, the goalkeeper, £4 million fee. Celtic are in advanced talks for Toth, don't know how you pronounce his name. But Martin O'Neill quite fancies the look of him, John, the big tall goalkeeper from Blackburn Rovers, £4 million fee. So obviously he wants a wee bit of competition there for Sinisalo.
I think Sinisalo definitely needs a competition. Why are we bringing in this Aberdeen goalkeeper? I can't mind the boy's name. He doesn't get near the team. What's his name again? You remember?
No, I've spoken about him a few times as well. But no, he's well out the frame. He's nowhere near the team, to be honest with you, John. I can't see him ever getting a game for the first team, to be honest with you. Especially now that we're looking at this Blackburn Rovers goalkeeper. But another £4 million. We tried to get him over the line before last night's deadline, John. It didn't quite happen. So hoping to get him in time for the away tie.
Aye. I mean, we definitely need a goalkeeper. And we need a quality goalkeeper for the Champions League. We've got that Aberdeen keeper. And who else have we? I'm just looking up Ross Doohan, innit?
Yeah, Ross Doohan. Yeah.
Sinisalo, Aidan Rice, and Ross Doohan. I don't even remember Celtic signing him. He just appeared one day. There he is. I'm now a Celtic player. Where did you come from?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a waste of money. I know we need goalkeepers as backup there. We always need, but we had a goalkeeper as backup there. We had what was his name? He's small in stature. He plays for St Johnstone, I think. Now one of the
Scott Bain.
Scott Bain, that's him. We had him there, John. Why didn't we just keep a hold of him?
It's too wee. Andy was rotten.
I thought he was alright. I actually put the blinder at Ibrox once, didn't he? Scotty Bain. But anyway, John, that one's as we speak anyway. That one's still not over the line. That's what time is that? 2 o'clock or something on the Wednesday afternoon. He's not over the line as we speak, John. But it'd be good to get another decent quality goalkeeper in the door and putting a wee bit of pressure on Sinisalo.
Aye, I mean, Sinisalo knows he's the best keeper at the club right now, so he does need a bit of, somebody to put the fear up him. Don't think he's the worst keeper, Sinisalo. I think he's okay. His distribution, I think, has been pretty poor. And we need a goalkeeper in the Champions League, especially. Or if we don't make it to the Champions League, nobody's thinking about that. But if we don't, we'll still need a good goalkeeper for the UEFA. What do you call that now?
Europa League.
Europa League. You call it the UEFA Cup. It's just we're not in it very often, are we? Europa, we're kind of a Champions League team. But
Yeah.
the one I do remember is the one the Sefco are in it, the Conference League. Not even there yet, actually.
Yeah, of course, that's their only, success in Europe was the Cup Winners' Cup. It's not even in existence anymore. So they're back into it's more or less the equivalent of the Cup Winners' Cup into the Cup Winners' Cup League.
I remember that competition, the Cup Winners' Cup. It's just nonsense, and that's their European success. They mentioned that, you go, what? What's that? What's the Cup Winners' Cup? When did that happen? Same with that other cup they won when they were liquidated, the Petrified Cup or something.
Yeah, I'd love to have got my hands on that one, to be honest with you. That's a belt of their trophy.
It's a big one. It's all Petrific.
Right, John. One more wee bit. Adam Montgomery.
And by the way, that's also not in existence anymore.
Of course that isn't. I'll never get my hands on that trophy. Montgomery, he's away again. John Livingston back to Livy. We need to let that boy go. He's not going to get a game for Celtic, is he? But he's away anyway, so good luck to Adam Montgomery.
Aye, good luck to the boy, aye. There's certain players I will wish luck, and there's ones I won't wish luck when they leave. If they've done a good service for the club, like Dyson Maeda, I wish that boy all the best of luck. Fantastic servant for Celtic, brilliant player. Had nothing but good things to say about Celtic. Deserved his move 100%. Montgomery, boy never get his chance really. Maybe just wasn't good enough to play for Celtic. But I'll go back to it. Guys like Engels, guys like Stuart Armstrong, Ryan Christie and all that, desperate to get their hands on the cash and nothing else. So you can look back at your career and say you won nothing. Fantastic, well done. Well, they can say they won something with Celtic. It's the only club that they can show off their medals to their family about, Xander?
Yeah, that's 100% right, 100%. Because every one of these guys that left the club have won nothing. Let's be honest, they've won nothing. Just a bigger bank balance, and that is it. That is all they've got to their name. Wouldn't mind that myself, mind you. Right, John, let's get into the big game. The big game tonight. Austrian champions, and champions, by the way, we're playing teams that are champions of their country. We're not playing teams like Jagiellonia or anything like that. These are proper football teams coming to Celtic Park. It's going to be a tough one, John. LASK, good team, as I say, champions. I was having a wee look at their squad there, John. The Austrian champions, they don't spend a lot of money. Their entire squad is added up to a sum of around £40 million. So it's not pennies, but it's not a lot of money either for the entire squad. Their average age, the average age of the team is 22 years of age, just over 22. The highest fee they paid for a player is Cisse, the centre-back. He cost them £5 million, or nearly €6 million. Take your pick. And the centre-forward, Lubicic, he cost them £2.2 million. So that's the level of player they've got, John. The highest player cost £5 million. Now, it wasn't that long ago, John, that our highest player was £5 million. So we can't take anything for granted when, LASK come to town.
Never take any team in the Champions League for granted. Look at Kairat Almaty last year. You've got to look at things like that. You don't take any team for granted in Europe. Chances are they're playing better teams than what we play every week. We're playing like Kilmarnock and all that stuff. I guarantee the Austrian league is stronger than the Scottish league. I don't know. I don't know much about the Austrian league, but I guarantee the teams in there are half decent compared to what we've got in this country. So they're playing against probably better level opposition than what we play against every week. And I include Sefco in that as well, by the way. So yeah. They're in the Champions League and they deserve to be there on merit because they won the league. They're going to be no mugs. They're going to be a good team. Very good team.
Yeah. The top scorer, John, by the way, 4 games played, scored 3 goals. Adeniran, That's, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but that's how it looks to me. Adeniran is their top scorer. 3 goals in 4 games, not bad. Return for Adeniran.
I'm quite sure you've butchered that name. I don't know because I can't see it, but you're quite good at butchering names. But no, it's not as bad. You're not as bad as that guy on the BBC rating off that Nuguru guy for Nigrin. Nuguru, it's Nuguru.
I don't know. I don't know. Once I get used to them, I'm not too bad. Once I get used to it, I know Nigrin. No, Nigrin. It's Nigrin. That's how I pronounce it anyway. Right, John, they've got we head there next midweek. Obviously, they've got a nice wee compact stadium, 19 holds 19,000, but because it's a UEFA competition, they won't be allowed to hold the 17,000 for safety reasons. But a decent wee stadium, John. So they've got the house in order, LASK in order, a decent wee team. Referee for this one, John. All the officials are from Switzerland. Here we go with these names again. Referee Scherer is his name, John. Not Shearer. Scherer is the referee from Switzerland in this one. So we're hoping we're not talking about him when we do the post-match reaction.
You know, my opinion on Champions League referees, I think they're all really poor. What I've seen so far anyway, really poor refereeing standard. We going about the refereeing standard in this country, I don't think it's much better in Europe. But we can only hope they do their best and just be as honest as they possibly can. Then we can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's it. Just, we don't want to be flying into tackles and things like that, because Martin O'Neill says the team's fast and physical. They're going to come to Celtic Park. They're going to be very strong, very pacey. So we don't want to be flying into reckless tackles, anything like that. Just getting sent down to 10 men. Obviously, the players know that anyway. Martin will have that well drilled into the Celtic lads. But we do have a few out for this one, of course. We have Arsenal still out. He's going to be out for another 5 weeks or so. Jota, he will return in a couple of weeks, John. I'm looking forward to Jota coming back.
I've been watching the training videos on the Celtics channel on YouTube, seeing Jota running about. Fantastic to see that again. That'll be like getting a new player back, won't it? But look, we don't know what kind of player we're going to get back. After these injuries like that, sometimes you find players are never quite the same again. Unless you're Henrik Larsson, after a leg snap, comes back and becomes a better player. And that's a 1 in a million, isn't it?
Yeah, well, 1 in a million, yeah. I mean, you never know, because Jota, he seems determined. I've watched the training videos as well. He looks determined. He's desperate to get back to playing football. And he's just a brilliant lad, and he's a very, very technically gifted winger, John. So, we've got wingers, Jota coming back. We're saying Hassan, what did you think of Hassan, John? Just very quickly. I know it was only 5 or 10 minutes, and he's not had any rest. He's just straight from the World Cup. He had his rests, a couple of weeks rest. He's not had any pre-season games, anything like that, John. But what did you think of the 10 minutes he played against Dundee United at the weekend?
It's hard to say, isn't it? You don't get a proper look at somebody. Once you've made all these subs, the team tend to slow down. They take their foot off the ball and all that. I can't really comment on that because he never really did anything at the time he was on. Good bit of pace about him right enough, but you could see he was just in that sort of warm-up kind of mode, you know what I mean? He wasn't really trying too hard, he was just trying to get a bit of time in his legs. That to me, that's what it looked like. He was just trying to get a bit of time in his legs, Sander.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. He's got to get match fit. It's as simple as that. But he done okay. And we'll see plenty of him throughout the season. Don't worry about that. Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's suspended for this one. So he's also out of this one. And Yang, he's 50-50. He should be back to fitness, but is he match fit? We don't know. He's been out for a couple of weeks. Yang, John, we've not really missed him, have we?
No, I feel bad for Yang. He's one of the boys who's got tons of ability, tons, with no final product. He should be taken aside and constantly working on that, his final product. His cross into the box. Sometimes he does it. Most of the time he can. I'm sure the training staff at Celtic take him aside and work on that, his final product. But he just doesn't seem to be learning. He's just never had a final product.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. And we've got quality in the club now, John, with Hassan coming. Tonight he seems to be coming onto a game. He played okay against Dundee United. But of course, LASK is a different level from Dundee United. We hope not, as I said earlier, but I think it will be. I think they're going to be a very decent team. We'll find out later on tonight. A few out for them as well. I don't know if there's any point in mentioning. But they've got 4 out anyway, John. Samikaj, Haraki. I don't know who that is. Haraki, he's out as well. Horvath and Jorgensen, they're all out. The latter are just doubts, John, but they might play, they may not, we don't know. But that's it, that's the squads, John. That's the injuries for both teams. You can have a couple of minutes thought what you think the starting lineup's going to be for Celtic later on the night, and I will quickly run through my predicted starting 11 for LASK. John, never heard any of these boys, but I'll run through it anyway. Andrade, Muyamba, Xavier, Jorgensen, Bogard, you're going to have a joke about that obviously, Ljubicic, Bello, Schoff, Adeniran, that's the top scorer, and Usor up front as well, John, 2 up front. Anything stuck out there for you apart from Bogard?
I was just about to sneeze when you said that, and my sneeze went away. Honestly, my head was away back, ready to blow this big sneeze out, and he says, you'll have a laugh at Bogard, and I just made my sneeze go away. Old Humphrey. Is that what you want?
That's what I was looking for. Okay. And again, I'll be second to think about the Celtic lineup, John, right? And I'll quickly run through the odds. These are very interesting odds, actually. I know a lot of people like to hear the odds on every match that we talk about. But for the home team, Celtic, it is 1-2, the same as Dundee United, John, 1-2. And 4-1 LASK, just over 4-1. Some bookmakers are offering 5-1 LASK to win at Celtic Park, and 11-8 the draw. Any thoughts there?
No. Look, you fully expect Celtic to be favourites anyway. They're going to be favourites at Celtic Park. Unless it's, a Barcelona or whatever coming to Celtic Park. But you're talking about I know they're the Austrian champions, but aye, Celtic's always going to be the favourites against. If you look at teams at the same level as Celtic, which LASK probably are the same level as Celtic, when it comes to success or whatever, I don't know, but if they're not as successful as Celtic, there's no team as successful as Celtic, is there? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to be that kind of level, Celtic's level. You would expect Celtic to be the favourites at Celtic Park. And when Celtic go over there, I think you'll probably find LASK will be favourites over there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We want to take some sort of lead going over to Austria, don't we? We want to take a goal or 2 would be better. 3 would be lovely. I know you're going to say next time. But any sort of lead, we need to take some sort of lead over there, I would think.
Well, definitely. I think we need to take a decent lead over there. That's what I think. I think Celtic's got to bang in at least 3 tonight for us to have any chance proceeding successfully into the next round.
Mm-hmm. Surely if you take 3, you would take 4?
Definitely, I'll take 4 in a heartbeat, but I'll take 3. I'm not being greedy like you.
Okay, well, let's see. I mean, we don't want any draws or narrow defeats. We just want to get the job done tonight. Would be absolutely lovely. But of course, it's easier said than done, isn't it, John? We'll get to the predictions in a wee minute. But first, I think it's going to be more or less the same team that started against United. But John, what do you think? What's your starting lineup for the game tonight?
I think it will be more or less the same. Sinisalo, Carter Vickers, Trusty, Donovan, Kieran Tierney. Kieran never started against United, did he?
No, I think he was rested. I think they said he had a slight knock, but I think he was rested for tonight, John, to be honest with you. It was Scales, wasn't it?
It was Scales, aye. That big Scales done alright. But it'll be Kieran tonight. It won't be Scalesy.
Yep.
I think it'll be the same back 4 apart from Scalesy. It'll be Kieran in that position.
Yep.
Centre of the park, obviously Chamberlain's suspended, you said.
Yeah.
So he won't be there. Sherlock. So McGregor, Bauer, and Nygren in the centre of the park.
Yeah, we're getting a wee bit more at Nygren so far this season.
He's been good, Xander. He's been good. I've enjoyed watching Nygren.
Yeah,
he's been half decent.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be they three. Could be wrong, of course, totally wrong. I don't know, but that's what I think. And up front, this is tricky because of the signings that have come in. But I think Casper Hu, obviously, he's going to be our main man up front, I think.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, I think Duran deserves to keep his place. I don't think he's done anything wrong for coming into Celtic.
No.
So that doesn't leave a place for Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be on the bench tonight. And on the left-hand side, I think Tanekti looked good. Don't know if he'll start this one right enough. But I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for Tanekti.
It's the only thing I would say that's different is, unless Tierney's got a knock and he can't play, but I think he'll be okay. As Tanekti or Yang, John, that's either one of the two of them is going to start, so we'll wait to see what happens later on the night. But yeah, Duran, I like him. I think he's a top quality player. He does everything right. He's got strength, he's got pace, he's got ability, he can score a goal, of course. He's just playing at position just now. I'd love to see him getting a wee run through the middle, a wee extended few games through the middle. If Martin can find a way of playing both the outstanding forwards that we've got, I would try and get the two of them playing through the middle, two up front, because they're two top quality players, both Casper and Duran.
Aye. Celtic don't play that system though, with two up top, so you won't see that. But it would be nice to see. I would like to see Duran and Casper up front. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, especially in Europe. But
okay. Yeah,
I would like to see it myself. I'd love to see Duran getting his chance up front because I think he'd be quite clinical for us.
Yeah. I mean, it'd have to be done when we're already 2 or 3-0 up, and they changes it a bit, puts the two up front to see how it works out. But and by the way, when Hassan came on the other day, the game was finished, wasn't it as well? We were 4-0 up at the time when he came on, a 4-1, whatever it was. So he didn't really need to put in much effort, did he, the game? But the players had more or less gave up on the 4th, didn't they? So hopefully we'll get to see a wee bit more of him tonight. John Hassan, see what he's got to offer tonight in the Champions League qualifier. Right, okay, score prediction time, folks. Get your guess in. One guess each into the comments, all your regulars in the league table. If you want to join the league table, leave us a wee message and we'll add you, but it's okay. We've got plenty there anyway. If nobody's interested, that's fine. We'll go with the regulars. What do you think, John? What's your score prediction for LASK tonight?
I've not really gave it much thought, to be honest with you, so it's just off the cuff, this one. Again, I'm the champions lagging behind here. Got a couple of pretenders in front of me right now.
Yeah, well, I've got a wee plan this year that I'm going to stick to. I'll not tell you what it is.
Well done, by the way, Xander, getting the predictor right last week, 4-0, that was a good one.
I was alright, it's just potluck into it, to be honest with you. Everyone's potluck, but it was good. So, I mean, I didn't know, if you remember, I didn't want to go high. I was going to go low, but I don't know. See if we score 4 goals in every single game, I'll be over the moon. But it's not going to happen, is it? So, I think it's going to be cagier tonight. I think it's going to be closer tonight, John. And that'll be in my prediction in a wee minute. But we'll start with you, John. What do you think?
Well done. We would never sell our club as well, by the way. Getting the 3 points on the board. Well done, you two. Anyway, score prediction. I'm going to go I'm going to say 3-1 to Celtic.
3-1, of course, the away goals rule abolished, so that it wouldn't affect us that much. But, you know, we don't want to be conceding, do we? But, you know, we've always got a goal in us that we concede, you know, Kilmarnock, etc., etc. But I'm going to go 2-0, John, 2-0 to Celtic tonight. Of course, an extra goal or two would be absolutely fantastic, but, you know, as long as we get some sort of lead to take over to Austria, that would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? By the way, I've not checked to see if anybody else got it right. I've not checked. I had a quick glance at the comments and saw that We Would Never Sell a Club for £1 got it right. So congratulations to We Would Never Sell a Club for £1. 3 points to the board, nice and early. But I've not checked, John. See how sometimes people leave comments and then people reply to the comments and they leave their guesses in there. So I need to check all that. I will get to it. So apologies if I've missed anybody out. And the predicted one. Sorry,
don't worry, I checked it and nobody got it right apart from you two.
Right, okay. Cheers for that, John. That saves me doing it. And the 1-1 predictor between John and ourselves. We'll get that all tallied up for the weekend. But we'll do a wee quick midweek one as well. Let's do that, John. Let's do it right now. And we'll start with the Jam Tarts. That's Thursday night. Hearts, sore losers. Against Rapid Vienna.
Oh. Where is it? Tynecastle or away?
Yeah, it's at Tynecastle, the first leg.
Tynecastle. I'll say 2-1 to Rapid.
I'm going to go 3-1 to Rapid Vienna. The Hearts that shouldn't be in the competition. Once you're knocked out of the UEFA Cup, that should be it. But rules are rules, so they're in there. I'll say the 3-1 there, John. Next up, we've got 3 Scottish teams in the same competition. Motherwell, who actually do deserve to be there. Again, look at poor Motherwell, the team that deserves to be there. They had drawn against Freiburg, last season's finalists. John, I think that's going to be very tough for Motherwell.
No sympathy for them, Hearts sympathisers. I'll go. Motherwell are quite good, by the way. I've watched their games; they're pretty good. They look decent. I'm going to go for a draw in this one each.
1 each. Yeah, that'll be a very decent result. I'm going to go 3-0 Freiburg, unfortunately, John. Okay, moving on to another team that doesn't deserve to be there, dropping down to the third tier competition after getting eliminated by Minnows, Jagiellonia, the Rangers against Jablonec at Ibrox on Thursday night.
They'll have a wee bit of confidence after their win against St Mirren, wouldn't they? I'll go 2-0 to the Sevco.
I just can't see it, John. I'm going to go 1 each in that one. I'll go the draw. St Mirren, yeah, it's a decent result because St Mirren are joint top with Celtic in the league table. I didn't see anything that happened in the game, but I know it was close at 2-1 for a long, long time in that one. So I don't know what happened after that. Anyway, finally, John, for us on Friday night, we have Celtic in the Lowland League, and it's against Cumnock, John. Celtic B versus Cumnock.
Celtic B versus Cumnock?
Yeah.
I think Celtic B won, was it 4-2 or something last week?
Convincing win there, John. I had a quick look at it. Was it 5-1? Something like that, they won. Quite a high score anyway, went that away from home. So well done the Celtic B last weekend.
I think I says 4-2 to Celtic B, that's what it was. But I checked the score and I think they did win very convincingly. By the way, you forgot Hibs are playing tomorrow as well.
Have I missed it, Hibs?
They're playing Ghent.
Oh, so they are. Yeah, I've got it here, John. Yeah, I've got it here. It's because it's all mixed up and one's at the top, one's at the bottom, isn't it? So before I get to the Celtic game, it's Hibs away to Ghent, John. A very, very, another tough game. You know, you look at Hibs and Motherwell, who deserve to be there, getting the tough teams, Freiburg and Ghent. And then the two teams that don't deserve to be there, well, Hearts have got a tough one as well, Rapid Vienna. Every one of them got a tough game apart from the Rangers. It's just like the League Cup and the Scottish Cup draws. Very lucky.
Aye. Aye, they're lucky. Look, you finish third in a league, you shouldn't be anywhere near Europe. That's the way I see it.
Or get one chance at it, and if you don't do it, then you're out. That's the way I look at that, John.
Well, I don't know, but who cares anyway? Anyway, Hibs against Ghent. I know it's away from home. I think Ghent will win. I'm going to say 2-1 to Ghent.
Yeah, I think it's very tough for the Scottish teams in Europe, especially against quality like Ghent. Hibs on the day can beat anybody, 4-1 to Ghent. Unfortunately, again, John, I know I'm not
right.
I'm not giving the Scottish teams much of a chance, am I? Really.
Nah.
Every single one of them to not win or get beat.
On their day, Hibs can beat anybody. 4-1 again.
They're not going to beat Ghent. Let's be honest. All right, John.
Well, you never know. By the way, you just never know. They could turn up and pull off a wee surprise. You just don't know. You just do not know with Hibs. They're a funny team. Sometimes they pull off sharp results. So good luck to Hibs anyway.
Aye, all the best of luck to all the Scottish teams, being Motherwell and Hibs. Good luck to they two. Anyway, and Celtic, of course. Right, John. Celtic B against Cumnock on the Friday night. Quarter to kick off on Friday night. If anybody wants to watch that one,
I'll just go what I says last week. 4-2 to Celtic B.
Well, 5 goals last week. They're on form. I'm going to go a 3-0, 3-0 to Celtic against Cumnock. Right, so that's us. That wraps it up for us. Nothing really else to go through. We went through everything we can. All we can do is wish Celtic all the best of luck tonight. I mean, it's a massive, massive night for us tonight, John. I mean, we've not really been into that in much detail, but it's the big bucks, John. If we take a healthy lead to Austria, more or less guarantees us 30-40 million pounds in the bank. Martin O'Neill says if we go through, there's a good chance we'll be signing even more players this season. So it's just a massive night for us, John, if you want to sum up for us.
Should be signing more players this season, going through or not. Got the money there, spend it.
Celtic, John, isn't it?
That's it, it's Celtic. But you've got the money there, more than enough to splash the cash. Get it spent. Never mind this waiting to see if you get money. Get it spent, the money you've got. The new, where's it all gone? Where's all this money gone that Celtic's earned over the years? The sale of players, the Champions League money and all that's never been spent. All right, we spent nearly 30 million quid this season, but that's nothing compared to what Celtic have earned over the years that they haven't spent.
Yes, it's the same every year, isn't it? There's restrictions on the spend, what the manager can spend because we've not qualified for the Champions League yet. It's the same every single year, John. But you're right, that shouldn't be the case. There should be a budget put aside for every single season. That's the way I look at it. 40-50 million every season.
Well,
we've got the money.
It should be 40-50 million every season. And you're looking at teams like Sevco competing with Celtic to get a player. Okay, none of you's got that player. They shouldn't be competing anywhere near Celtic to get a player. Celtic should be outspending them vastly. All right, they've got that with the 49ers that run them now. They're not going to spend all their money on that garbage, you know what I mean? They think the 49ers joined to spend all their billions on their club. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. So why are Celtic in bidding wars with them? Celtic should be outbidding, outclassing, outsmarting them on every bit of business when it comes to players. So they're just embarrassing us when it comes to stuff like that. That's the way I look at that.
Yeah, I know. It's, as you say, if they put in a £5 million offer for a player, we should easily put in a £7 million offer and blow them out of the water, as you say, John. But as Celtic's like, it's been the same for decades. Very tight with the purse strings. Of course, this season we've spent 30 million, but we've just brought in 22 million there, John, for Anthony Ingles. That's one player. Look at all the other players that have left the club in the summer. Where's all that money? You're right. You're absolutely right. But John, that's for another day, John. That is for another day. We'll maybe go into a wee bit more detail about that on Saturday, because we might need to, depending on the result on Wednesday night. So what is your sum up for the night then, John? What's your final thoughts?
No, just be cautious when you're playing these teams. That's it. Don't go gung-ho, because we know what these teams are like in the Champions League. Every one of them. If you try and attack them, and try and play your own game, you get exposed at the back. And Celtic will get exposed at the back if they try that. I've not seen LASK, but I guarantee they've got quick players there that can counter-attack, because you find that with every team that we play in Europe. Very fast up front and can counter-attack. They can be lethal. They're in the Champions League for a reason. They're the champions of their country. So they really need to approach this one with caution. But I think we should, with the quality that we've got in the team, should maybe get this one over the line. But it needs to be a healthy result to have a chance at succeeding and getting into the Champions League proper. All right, John. It's going to be a big crowd the other night. Looking forward to it. A massive game, isn't it? Massive. It's going to be some atmosphere. It's teams playing well. Teams playing some fluent football, and we're at home as well, John. So of course we're at home against Dundee just over a week ago, 2 weeks ago nearly. So we don't want that kind of performance, John. We want to see the goals flying in. No, we definitely don't want to see a 1-0 or something like that. We need goals to take over there, but you've got to try and do it with caution. You really have got to try and do that with caution. But I think we'll get it over the line. I think we'll sneak this one. I certainly hope my score predictor's right. I'd take 3-1 right now. That would be an excellent result. And go over there and just play a counter-attack game against LASK. Although counter-attack isn't really the Celtic way, is it? It's attack. I don't know. We haven't touched on the Dundee United game, by the way. What did you think before we go? Dundee United, what did you think of Celtic in that game? Dundee United hitting the woodwork 5 times in that game.
It was a brilliant game to watch, wasn't it? You know, it was... some of Celtic's play was outstanding, but, you know, you give LASK the chances, they'll know hit the bar, they'll put the ball in the net. You know, that's the way you've got to look at that. So we need to shore up the defence a wee bit. Big trusty, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Scalesy and Donovan went at the back. You know, we're definitely missing Alistair Johnston. We're going to miss him. We definitely need to get another player in to cover that position. We didn't get anybody in for tonight's game, so it's going to be Donovan. But, you know, John, we need to try and get somebody in, especially if it's a close result tonight. We need to get somebody in at right back anyway, whether it's close or not. We need to get cover in that position as soon as possible. But the Dundee United game, John, very happy with that. 4-0 up. Then we take our foot off the gas, didn't we, the last 25 minutes. Finishes 4-0. We'll take that all day. Oh, definitely take it all day. That was a good game to watch. I thought Dundee United were good, by the way. I really, really thought they were good that night. Very unfortunate with their chances, weren't they? That could have been a whole different story had they took their chances. Of course, you know, hitting the bar, and they had a couple of chances when it was still nothing each. So, as you say, it would have been a totally different story. It would have been another battle on our hands. But, you know, the pick of the bunch for you, John, goals. It was the pick of the bunch. Obviously, it was Tenetti's goal. Nygren's goal was a belter. I think that was the pick of the bunch for me. I can't remember who else it was that scored. Duran scored as well, didn't he? That was a sort of a scoop shot, went it inside the box. Pick of the bunch for yeah, it's got to be Nygren's goal for me. Definitely Nygren, of course it is. That was outstanding finish. And Nygren, he's going to be invaluable to Celtic this season with his goals. Really happy with his performance against Dundee United. I've got, like he says earlier, you can't offer that type of space to LASK, because they will 100% take them chances. By the way, all this uproar about the handball with Kasper Ho when he's falling backwards. Yeah. All this outcry yet again. All the blue noses and all that, so up in arms about it. All your referees, ex-blue nose referees like that baldy clown Madden. He thinks it was the goal should have been chopped off, all that stuff. Well, to be honest with you, I thought the goal was going to get chopped off. I thought it was going to pull it back and cut it off for the foul. Not for the handball, but for the foul inside the box. But when you look at it in slow motion, it's actually Kasper Ho who's getting fouled inside the box. So it's actually a penalty to Celtic. He's getting his t-shirt dragged and pulled to the floor and accidentally hits his hand and falls to Duran, who buries it. So legitimate goal for me either way.
Aye, good goal. Nothing wrong with the goal to me. 100%.
Yeah.
Stonewall goal. You can't say any more than that. Of course, I'm going to say that being a Celtic fan, but there's no complaint for anybody. They've got nothing to complain about. Any decision that Celtic get this season will be contested by everybody out with Celtic. That's just the way it's going to be this season. They're calling Celtic the VAR champions and all that guff. And just remember, anybody that's no Celtic fan listening, take away the VAR and just leave that word champions. That's all that matters to you, and it's all that matters to us. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy Celtic being the champions because it's coming again. Live with it.
All right, John. All right, well summed up. All right, my man. We'll be back at the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Don't know. There's no game this weekend, so it doesn't really matter. We'll be on at the weekend anyway to have a wee chat. We'll probably go into tonight's game in depth. We'll have a full post, well, not a post-match reaction, it'll be a few days later, but we'll have a full reaction to the result tonight, and hopefully it's a good one, John. Right, thank you, John, for coming on. Appreciate that, buddy. We'll catch you at the weekend.
Catch you soon, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, John. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We appreciate everything you do for the channel. Thanks very much. Catch you all very soon.